I think this way will get everybody get nice and cozy. Yeah, no pressure. No pressure at all. Those tots smell good, dude.
They are.
I can confirm.
Surprise! Hello! Welcome to Tampon Talk with Mary. Welcome to the show that only airs once a month. Quick story. So, I was at my job. I've said it a couple times on the show before, but I work at a children's museum. And I was ripping my tampon out of my vagina, as you do at your work. And someone in the hallway was playing like the ring, 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 like perfectly outside. And that's never happened to me before. And I'm really glad that virginity was taken away today. Also, earlier, I was making pizza with Lana, and the pizza was called Red Baron, and I was like, at me, I'm Red and Baron. Anyway.
Wait, so can you say that
I'm
period is
delivery and
psycho
DiGiorno. What? What did you say?
I said, can you say that your period is now psycho?
It always has been.
No, but I mean, especially okay.
Boo! Sorry, I'll give you that.
You made the Red Baron pun.
I'm not delivery, I'm DiGiorno. Anyway, I'd like to introduce my guests. So, we have a few regulars, and the one who was a regular on the video format, but has never been on the podcast format. So, let's just go around in a circle. Let's introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Mary. I host the show. Now your turn.
Yay! I'm Hailey. What else do you want me to say?
What was your favorite episode of Tampon Talk that you were on?
Oh gosh, there were so many good ones. The first one was so fun because it was just so chaotic, and we were on Snapchat, and like it was just so bizarre, and we had like so many people coming in and out that's maybe the most memorable, just because it was like, what are we doing? And we're at like this like Catholic school talking about vaginas openly, and like people were cool about it, and so that was a memorable one.
So do
for
we
sure.
not count the one that we were just in our living room passing the phone back and forth?
Oh yeah.
Did we do that?
We
Yeah.
did. That was like the third one we did, dude.
What?
Yeah, we gave advice, remember?
Oh wow.
Because you gave a lot of advice. I'm going through that old story where it was like ding, 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 ding. And I was like, man, some girl needs this. This is good though.
Dang, I don't even remember that. Okay, well, whichever one that one was at the perch. That was
I think that was the first one.
yeah.
At least, or the first one I did here. The first one ever I did alone with clips of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. So I guess I have to personally thank both of them for being the first guests on Tampon Talk.
Right.
It did really well. 86 responses from that day. So launched a life. But yeah, anyway.
I'm Veronica, and I've only been on the show when we played Tampon Pong.
Yeah!
The best.
And it was quite an experience. Figuring out if we had to shoot the tampons out of the applicator or just toss them through the air.
Yeah.
And watching them get really big in the cups of water.
That was fun. And we really should have done like wine or cranberry juice.
Yeah.
If I can go back and change something about that.
Hey,
that day.
Tampon Pong version 2.
Yeah, we could always do another video.
Yeah.
I like that Patrick was on that episode and he was like lassoing it like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he was so into it too.
Oh my god, that wasn't 2 years ago, was it?
Mm-mm.
It was a year and a few months.
Okay. Well, still, it feels like a while, but yeah, welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad to have you on the podcast format. About damn time, sorry. And another regular, hi.
Hi, I'm back. It's Lana.
Are you leaving a voicemail?
I don't know. I
It's
think.
Lana.
Yeah. I think
Sounds so excited.
my favorite ones that I've been on have probably been the quiz ones. Either the one with Tom and Josh where they threw tampons at each other, or the one with Adrian and Preston where Adrian got kicked in the balls at the end.
That was fun. Yeah, if you guys ever want to go watch those, listeners, it's on my YouTube channel. You can always watch the video format, but I was young and naive then. Now there's a rhythm and rhyme. We're in a closet, and
4 girls in a closet, because we're not gay.
4 girls sitting in the
Speak for
closet.
yourself.
Really, really close.
We can
'cause they're
swear,
not gay.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
always.
cool. I didn't know if that
Because
changed.
literally,
No,
as
no.
soon as you mention vagina, it's E. Or not E, but...
Well, okay, disclaimer. Sorry, iTunes, but I put the explicit label on there. So
Hell yeah.
if we swear, I have to put it. It's for my mom mostly.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Sorry in advance.
It's fine. But anyway, so regular tampon talk thing we do now is tampon terror story, or if you have a boner burden story, you know.
Ooh.
I can explain the difference for people who don't know. So tampon terror is like an embarrassing period story. It doesn't have to be about tampons. It can be about like a pad problem, perhaps. Diva cup dilemma, whatever you want. A boner burden is if there was a embarrassing situation. I guess in this case, since I'm gonna guess that none of you have penises, but that there is a situation where you were with a guy and there was a weird boner that happened and it was embarrassing and you want to talk about it. Yeah, so weird. Or not? Hey, that doesn't sound like a burden to me. Hi, Mom. You want to go around? And go around and see what we got. Anybody got a tampon terror story? It's kind of will help us lead into our next segment.
I don't know if I do.
Y'all have perfect periods. Fuck y'all, God.
Dude, yeah.
Because your period's getting lighter.
My period's getting lighter. So
What?
my period just lasted 3 days, and I obviously used like 3.
I'm wearing a literal TENS unit on my crotch right now for my uterus. It's getting worse. I'm sorry to completely take away from your share.
No, it's okay. It wasn't like a good story. It's just that this period was all of 3 days, and I used 3 pads on each of those days, and I used 1 tampon on the middle day, and that's all I used, and it's over, and it's done.
I've gone through 3 super tampons today.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Frick, dude.
No, that's bizarre. Usually I have like a heavier period, but I don't.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
man.
you. Thank you. It was quite the accomplishment.
How did you do that again?
Couldn't tell you, dude. Have no idea. Haven't the fuzziest.
Are you done?
Yeah, I don't have a good terror story right now. I'm trying to conjure one up. Or a boner story. I don't know.
Yeah.
Most boners around me are awkward. Like, they're usually very intentional.
I could say someone's name, but I'm not going to. Or multiple people's names. I guess my scary period stories aren't like me like bleeding in like an uncomfortable place, like leaking on my clothing. It's more been like having really intense cramps and like throwing up and
Jeez.
Mary.
But it's so weird because it only happens like once like a year or like twice a year or something. Is one time it was so bad I had these cramps that were just like knives, and my mom had to call like the hospital and was like, you know, like all this stuff is happening and, you know, should we be worried? And basically they were just like, no, just put a heating pad on it and, you know, take some ibuprofen. Just like, great.
The bullshit.
Yeah, and my last period actually was one of those weird times where it was just like really intense stabbing, because like usually I'll have like just like normal cramps, and I used to not have cramps for the longest time actually, and so like cramps are kind of still a new thing for me, and just like the last time I had my period, it was just like intense like knives in my abdomen. I was just like, what is going on? And I took a nap for 2 hours with a heating pad on high blast. And it was kind of a little bit better after that, but still, it was just like the worst.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't believe you call you call the hospital and they're like, she's fine. It's like, she must not be.
Yeah.
You're throwing up from the pain. That's not normal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely intense. A terror story.
Lana?
Lately, it's more just like I keep running out of tampons and I never have one on me, and then I just have to go around asking people for some. Or sometimes my amazing roommates will bring me some to work.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, get a Diva Cup, dude.
I've been considering it.
Oh, like you can use it on plants when you're done, you know? Like
What?
My coworker has a friend and she was just like, she uses a Diva Cup and she pours the period blood on her plants and they grow really big apparently.
Does it turn into the plant from Little Shop of Horrors?
Feed me some more.
Barely, like lot of nutrients that we just wasting, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Man.
I guess
Something
it's
to
kind of the
consider.
same thing as like women who eat like the placenta after they
Gosh, yeah.
give birth.
Yeah.
But you're like re-nourishing yourself. It's,
Yeah.
it's really bizarre.
Ew.
My
I mean, most animals eat their placenta.
I know.
Ew. Oh, yeah.
I
Just
had
saying.
a friend that came on that actually came on the show and talked about it. Is that she had a natural birth and then her midwife pilled her placenta.
Right, the
And
pill
she
makes
ate
sense.
it.
I think I could handle the pill.
No.
It's
It's a-
so good for you. Like, it's
It helps.
so
Apparently, it's
good.
supposed to help with like postpartum depression. Like some of the studies are inconclusive, but like you could also like get the nutrients in other things that aren't your placenta, but
Right.
you could still
Interesting.
use it. I don't know.
I knew a couple where both of them took the placenta, so the husband did too.
Oh, okay, yeah. My sister-in-law, after she gave birth, the midwife like cooked it in like a frying pan and like offered it to like my brother, and like, and he was like, no, thanks, I'm good.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Put it in an appetizer bowl like M&M's.
What the frick?
Cut it into
That's
pieces with little
gnarly.
toothpicks like an appetizer tray.
You're like, you're
oh
halfway through
no!
eating, and you're like, what is this? And it's like, my placenta.
Oh.
Oh goodness,
Oh no!
so scary.
But all right, ladies. Moving into the next segment. Now, Tampa Talk listeners, at the beginning of the month of October, I put a Boner versus Bleed Out episode from a year ago with the house that I was living
Throwback.
with currently. And it was a special Halloween episode. We had Megs, we had Lana, we had Hailey. Adrian was
Adrian
on
phoned
it
in.
via
Yeah.
phoned in. So now we're doing a new game of Boners versus Bleed Outs. Halloween edition,
Hell
year
yeah.
2. Ba-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Did it come out over a year ago?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Last September.
I feel like that just came out. Wow. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, that was a year ago. So,
That upsets me.
rule of the game, we've done it before, doing it again, is that situation, Halloween themed,
Okay.
what is worse, getting your period, getting a boner? And that's the debate. Getting your period boner, that's the debate.
I mean, it's a thing. Like, as you know from the last episode.
Oh no! And we could do this one of two ways. So what we could do is we could like circle pass around situation. If somebody has one first that they've come up with already, they could say one, pass it to somebody, or we could go around a circle. A couple different rules. We could go how we want to play. What do you want to do? Or if somebody says one, they could like go your turn or your turn. We could go that way. So it's
Okay.
what y'all want to do. What?
This is America.
Okay, I mean, I could start with just like we could just start simple
Yeah,
and then
let's
get
do
a
it.
little more complex.
Let's
So all categories include activities you do on Halloween, movies that you see on Halloween, fictional things, Halloween Town, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna say meeting Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein for the first time, Boners versus Bleedouts.
You definitely wouldn't want to bleed out. No,
Yeah.
you would not want to bleed out.
No,
Because
yeah.
if I feel like
Zombie.
Frankenstein would fucking eat
Oh,
you.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't know.
Well, okay, Frankenstein's monster. Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I feel like he'd like eat you or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the other thing to play with too is like, what if you had a boner in front of the wife?
Right.
What would the wife
But
do?
isn't that kind of a joke that corpses still are stiff? So like,
So everybody in the room has a boner? Is that what including the wife?
I never thought about that. Wait, do corpses all have boners?
corpses can still get boners. Yeah.
What?
All right, we know Lana fucks dead people.
I'm not into necrophilia. Thank you very much.
Shout out to people that like fucking dead people. You're wrong.
Oh
Please,
gosh,
no.
stop.
Incorrect.
Yeah, explore your sexuality, but that one is just off limits.
No.
That's too
All right,
much.
so I think let's all decide.
Okay.
So I think I agree with you. I think bleed outs
Yeah,
would probably
bleed outs bad.
would be worse.
Bleed
Bleed
out.
out, bleed out.
Bleed out.
Bleed out.
All right, 1 point bleed out.
I feel like that would, it would just like trigger the monster. you
Yeah.
know? You get fucked over.
Yeah.
I have
All right, so we go that
Okay,
way.
yeah.
All
sure
right.
I don't have one.
an exorcism.
Okay.
Are you being exercised on, or are you just participating?
The person
or,
getting
like-
exercised on.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say we need to get into the particulars. I think. Because here's my thing, right? So if you're going through an exorcism and you have a period, they're just gonna think it's like the devil or something. You know, it's already it's expected. But say if you were the priest or something and you had a boner, that's a whole new level.
Defeating Satan makes me so hard.
Yeah, like you know. So if we're saying the person that's being exercised and again,
to go to confession.
like, so let's just say, right, so the person being exercised on, let's say they get a boner, right? Also still kind of expected. I feel like if you're getting...
But you also can't argue.
Listen, the devil doesn't have limits. I can't.
But you also can't really argue, at least if we're talking about, like, Catholicism, you can't really argue the priest having a period. That's real fucked up, and that's a problem, too.
Yeah, that's all kinds of bad.
Wait, can nuns be in the room?
I feel like
Yeah.
boner wins this round for me, at least.
You think?
Yeah, well, because I feel like
If
a
you're the-
bleed out in any situation, if there are like nuns
the
in there or
devil's
whatever,
leaving, you
that's
know?
like whatever. Or like, there's so much. If you watch The Exorcist, that poor girl is like covered in blood and like scratch marks and like her skin's falling off. So like a little extra blood, you know, it's whatever. But I feel like all around, like a boner is just not. It's not
For
a
anyone in the
for
room.
anyone in the room.
Yeah. Wait. What if somehow, if you had your period during the exorcism, that's how the devil leaves you? So it somehow saves your life.
Are we talking about Game of Thrones right now?
Well, see, then it's better still.
So it'd be, it's true, it'd be better to have it'd be better to have a period, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I could entertain both pretty well.
Yeah.
I guess, like, it's just more to clean up afterwards. Like you're saying, yeah, you're gonna throw up, you're gonna, you know, there's gonna be blood, there's gonna be shit, probably. Whatever can leave the body that's not the devil, like, will. Yeah, I don't know.
What do you guys think?
I think
Boners are
I think
more
boners win.
awkward.
I think
it's-
it's was good.
Wow, yeah,
Wow.
boners.
One of the rarities.
Yeah, I can't remember if there was one other time where boners win on the list.
Yeah, it
the
was.
pumpkin patch with the children.
Was it?
Pumpkin patch with the children for Halloween, and then it was also first date.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember, because I was like, well, easy fix, just cut a hole in a pumpkin and stick your dick in there.
And then Adrian's like, that probably wouldn't work.
There you go, and your boner would go immediately, because your dick's in a pumpkin. Did you have a situation, B?
Unless that person's into fucking pumpkins.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Another one.
Yeah. Giving out Halloween candy.
Yeah, that's all bad.
I feel like,
Okay, so we're the adult.
yeah,
Yes.
I feel
The
like
adult.
boners would be
Boners are worse.
worse because children, like, then you're just a pedophile.
Yeah,
And again, blood can go with a costume.
That's
So,
true.
like,
Yeah.
And I think if your
The
child
comedy
is
makes
seeing that, right, is like a grown woman have a period versus a guy have a boner in front of their child. One's a learning opportunity, and one is a sex offender. So it's like, no, this is something that happens to women, and we should feel bad for them and care about them a lot. That guy is a fucking creep, though.
Stay away.
Stay away from him, kids. He wants you to come inside.
But
oh, Lana!
No! Oh no!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say boner.
Boners win.
I think that's
Yeah.
that's a boner, my guy.
boners have bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. I'm trying to think of a situation. For the first time, I'm really not creative right now.
Wow. Well, I mean, you're doing some like movie marathons and stuff. You have anything from
Right.
the movies you're doing? Anything from Hocus Pocus about your virginity?
Running from three witches.
I
running
guess
with
having
a
a boner
boner
would
is
be
harder,
better because, you know, should not be a virgin anymore. For Hocus Pocus.
That's not true.
Or it would lead to losing that. It could.
You have time to fuck as three witches are like chasing you. You already lit the candle.
Too late.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Hocus Pocus night. Like, if three witches are hunting you down, which is worse, to have your period or a boner?
I'm gonna say period for sure, because if you're having a really heavy day and you're running, you're leaving a trail. They gonna find
I feel
your
like
ass.
witches have like a sense of blood, like they can smell it.
Oh, they gonna smell it. They gonna
But then
see
you
your
could
trail.
also offer them your period blood to make like a weird potion instead of eating, or I don't know what they'd kill you.
Well, they
or
suck out your soul, so like
something.
your blood doesn't really.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Still a waste.
Yeah.
What a waste. Why can't you guys use this for your plants or something?
Got any plants? I got some blood here.
Yeah, I think period, because if you're cramping, it hinders running. I guess a boner hinders running, but I feel like not as bad as like
I
cramping.
But I feel like
how
the
much
fear
does
would
a
get it to go
boner
away.
hinder
You know what I mean?
running, though?
Some people get boners from fear.
Oh, fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then there's nothing you can do. You don't have time to go get tampons. You don't have time to like fix it.
Yeah.
You got
I
3
get
witches
that.
on your
I'm
ass.
still concerned about that blood trail, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna know exactly where you are and where you've been.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
bleedouts?
Bleedouts.
Bleedouts.
Okay. I feel like we also did this one last year, but I think it's fun to talk about again. Any situation in the hotel in The Shining, or the little like lodge thing in The Shining.
You've never seen the show?
I know.
Do you want me to do Bates Motel instead? Is that one easier? Do you know that one?
Psycho?
Psycho.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I think we also talked about that one last year.
Well, I feel
But
like
bring it up again.
both of those things did happen in Psycho.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in Psycho, where they have a period and a boner?
Well, I guess not a period, but lots of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. There's a boner in Psycho?
Well, they're like
I
flirting,
love the
right?
episode. There's a
What?
boner in Psycho.
They're like flirting, right? The girl and the guy.
What? No.
No.
I don't think so.
No, he's just being a creep.
Okay.
Yeah, the
She's just
the
like,
guy
let's
that
get
like
out of the
lives
room
with
with
his
the
weird
stuffed
mom, or like
animals,
the mom
like-
or whatever.
Because he's like, look at my dead animal bird collection. She's like, I'm good, thanks. Can I just go to my room?
I guess I'm thinking of the TV show. There's a lot of banging in that going on.
Oh.
There's a lot going on in the show.
Isn't that the like
Motel?
mom and
Yeah, the
son?
mom's-
Yeah,
thing?
it's like all it's the prequel but set in modern day. It's really good.
How is
Wait,
it a
banging
prequel
between
to-
them.
What?
It's like a prequel, so like the television series is like a prequel to
To
Psycho,
But
but it's set in modern day. So like they didn't set it then.
That's okay.
It's really good though. You should watch it.
So there was a lot of banging between the mom and the son?
Well,
Not in
no,
the
but
original
people
movie.
like hook up
Oh,
a
okay.
lot.
Oh, I thought this mom was fucking her son.
No, but there's always like
messed up.
weird
Yeah.
underlying ideas of that. Like there's some.
Okay.
What's the male version of the Oedipus? Oh, well, I guess it is.
It's
the
still-
That
Oedipus
is
complex.
Oedipus,
Oedipus,
right? Yeah.
Complex.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so
Okay.
Psycho, getting a so it's before you're about to get stabbed in the shower. Is it period or boner? That's
Period
awkward.
wouldn't matter if you're
Wait,
already
yeah.
gonna
Getting
get stabbed to
stabbed?
death. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting stabbed.
I think that if you
Let's
had a
entertain both.
boner,
So
it
what
might,
if- okay,
like,
so killer
distract
and-
him from
and
killing
killing.
you. I feel like it might distract them from killing you if you
If you
just
have
had a boner. They're like, whoa, what? But if you're on your
There's
period,
like-
they're like, and there's already blood. It's going down the drain.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, he likes the sight of blood or something, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. Why else would you
More
choose to
incentive.
stab someone? Like, that's
Hmm.
messy.
I feel like murderers might get turned on by like murdering people, so I feel like that just
That they
happens.
would already.
Yeah.
I think yes, I remember we did actually talk about this before, because I remember bringing up the option that if you were getting stabbed and you could like out of spite get a boner
It was like a revenge boner.
to make them uncomfortable with your last dying breath. So you're like,
What are they, the Hulk now? Like,
and then they're like, oh, and you're like, yeah, fuck you. Deal with my erect penis.
I'll stab back, bitch.
So I feel like that's the only way you can make a boner work,
Yeah.
you know, but
ooh, I have one.
alright, go.
Okay.
Okay, spoiler alert for Neon Demon, but like if you were hanging out with those models, which would be worse? If you had a
Oh.
boner or if you were on your period, because they still bathe in that period blood and shit.
Oh, I feel. That's a good one.
Because they would also probably eat his dick.
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like they try to rip that dick off. You know what I mean? And eat it like a churro.
Have you seen Neon Demon?
No.
Oh,
Way to
girl.
spoil.
I said
okay.
spoilers. You You don't know which characters.
No, but you'll know when you watch it. I don't know. I feel like if you got your period or whatever, right, and they were around it, they'd be like they would know.
they'd be like trying to get at it.
And they would, they would little nip nip. But what if maybe they have mercy on you and they just collect the blood and then just like drink it when monthly, like a diet.
Oh my god.
Or they would just give you oral sex the whole time you're on your period.
Oh my, I wouldn't want that though.
I mean, hi mom. I would, but you don't. You're not dying. You're not. They're not killing you and soaking in your blood. They just eating you out. So I think that one is significantly better than the other.
Distract you from the cramps.
Yeah. And you know what? They're doing things that a lot of people were not willing to do in that time of the month. I'm just saying. Okay, soldiers in the war.
Is that better or worse than a boner, though?
Yeah. I think if I was a man around these crazy ass women, I would be afraid to get a boner because then they would remember my penis was there because I have this visual cue that's like poking out of my pants, and then they would rip my dick off. I'd be afraid of my dick getting ripped off. I'm
We
gonna
did Game of Thrones on that.
Would they eat guys though? I don't know.
Probably.
If they eat guys.
That's
If
true.
She was pretty enough.
I mean, yeah.
Unless they ate dicks so they could get big dick energy. Eternal
They
youth
eat
and
the
big dick energy. They're trying to be
Hailey.
Rihanna.
Yeah, right.
They want Rihanna's big dick energy, so they think they have to eat dicks.
But not eat dick in the normal. Yeah.
Like, literally consume it.
So.
I'm really curious about this movie now.
It's an interesting
It's on
movie.
Prime for free. So.
I also own it, so you can watch it if you
Oh
want.
yeah.
It's really good.
It's so pretty.
I think,
really
But it's
weird.
so fucked up.
I'm gonna say I think periods actually, because they're probably not gonna do the thing of eating you out. Probably they're just gonna like and then hunt you around and probably kill you. So I'm gonna say that's probably periods. I'm gonna say periods.
I'm gonna say periods too. I just feel like it's worse. Plus, everyone has a boner around them because they're beautiful. So
That's true. They probably expect it.
Yeah,
they're probably used to it. Yeah.
What do y'all think? Yeah. Period.
Period.
All right. Period. Did you have one? You have one?
Yes, it just escaped my... Oh, okay. The world of, in the movie The Quiet Place, but, like, you're in the basement with the alien creature.
Oh. Wow.
Oh.
But do
boners
boners
make
sound?
noise? Can we phone, guys? Can we phone a friend for this?
Call out.
Boners do not make noise. You guys.
Yeah, call Alec. You better put him on speakerphone. You better answer.
I swear to God.
Ask
he
him if
doesn't answer.
boners make noise.
Boners. Well,
I don't know if he'll answer though.
What pants are you wearing?
like if you're fucking around, it makes noise.
Well, I mean, so what if you're in that little basement thing, right? And you're wearing like those athletic, like kind of,
Yeah,
you know,
like
you're
Hello?
yes.
Okay.
Put him on speaker. Put him on speaker. Yeah.
You're on Tampon Talk and we're phoning a friend.
Hi, Alec.
Hi.
Yeah.
Welcome to Tampon Talk.
It's its first appearance on Tampon Talk. everyone.
Wow. Welcome.
Hello, listeners, people.
So, Lana, would you like to ask this question?
So we're
since,
doing
your boyfriend.
We're doing a boners versus bleedouts segment, and we wanted to know: do boners make any noise?
An interesting question, and I'm gonna go with a no.
Is there any instance in which they would make noise depending on your pant type?
I mean,
Or-
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like, you know, if you touch any like pant type that would make noise, it's basically a finger that grows out of nowhere.
So if you were wearing like the MC Hammer pants, you would be okay.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
But if you're wearing like real tight, like
The
you know,
pleather.
the pleathery, like leather pants, maybe, so it's like a like noise.
I mean, it's possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that I do not believe that I have ever heard my dick make a noise when it grew.
All right, cool.
You've seen A Quiet Place, so would it be worse to have a boner in the basement scene when the creature's in there with you, or to be on your period?
I don't know. Does that make noise?
Do periods make noise?
Sometimes.
I mean, is that what you're asking me?
We're asking if boners make noise. I don't think periods make noise.
No.
Unless you like...
Okay, I really don't think a boner would make noise.
Okay.
I
I
think
mean, unless, like, you attached, like, fucking bells to your and then, like,
your dick. It's for a family that's really trying to get pregnant. Like she hears it on the other side of the house, like comes running.
runs over.
okay. I think periods are worse because if you're cramping down there, like that would just be terrible. Maybe it can smell blood. You don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I think most, like, guy stuff is, like, pretty quiet.
Yo, they had sex in silence in that movie to make kids.
Maybe he took her to the waterfall to have sex, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's romantic.
I want that.
Definitely the only, like, way that they would be able to do it would be at the waterfall.
Yeah.
No, well, I guess that's true. It would be always making noise, and if they're, you know, you won't hear the splashing, is what I'm saying.
Okay, kids, we're going to the waterfall again. Stay
Mom, Dad, why do you go in the waterfall without your clothes on? Well, you see, when a man loves a woman, they make love in the waterfall. Like that night swimming song by R.E.M.
Would you like intentionally have kids in that world though? That's what I was
Absolutely
wondering.
not.
No.
I just thought that baby had to have been like
no.
kind of an accident or like.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a replacement child.
Wow.
Oh, what a sad sexual encounter that must have been.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just got dark. Shoot.
Unless they did it before the takeover. How long had the takeover been there?
I don't
I don't know.
It
How long
seemed
looked
like a
they-
while.
years.
Yeah.
It looked like years because, like, all the stores were closed down. And,
Yeah, but it would be that way in months. If it was like a post-apocalyptic situation, dude.
yeah, but their kids had gotten used to it, and I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
especially
Right.
the one
Used
boy,
to things
he,
pretty quickly.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
and they already knew what to do, like with the baby, like with
can't
the
imagine,
bottle.
like,
Sure,
having
like,
to fucking
tells you
silence.
how many
Yeah.
days.
Or
like,
wanting
as it
to
goes
risk
by.
having a baby. Like,
Oh,
that's-
it tells you the days between like the one child dying, and I think it's like 2 years or something.
Or something.
Like that. Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, that woman literally wasn't she going at that point? She was going through contractions, right? Or like,
Yeah,
Was
she
that
was
before
having
she-
a baby, and then like all the creatures started like coming after her, and then she stepped on the nail. And...
Gosh.
I was like, when that happened, I said, bitch. I said, I've stepped on too many tacks to know.
that
That's
setup,
too much.
I was like, no,
They
no.
set it up so well.
I said,
Oh.
somebody come get their nail. Some pregnant woman gonna come step on it. We know it. I think again it's sort of similar to the witch situation. I think Bleedouts because again you're gonna leave a trail.
Yeah.
Right.
Because wait, they can't
They're
see,
only
right?
they're attracted
But they can
to,
smell it.
But they're
sure
attracted
they
to
could probably
sound
smell it.
though.
So if you hear a little drip drip from your vajayjay,
Yeah.
your vajayjay on the drip drip, then probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably when a period would make noise
Yeah.
against a surface.
Yeah. Or if you have really bad cramps and you're just like, you know, like trying to keel over.
Because I feel like the only thing, like, if you were a guy and you were, like, hunched over and you suddenly got a boner, it would just, like, hurt for a little bit, but then you'd be like, oh yeah, there's a creepy thing in here. I better put this guy away. Go down, mister.
Do guys get boners when they're scared?
I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, I suppose.
That was an earlier question as well.
Well, all right. Well,
Yep. Thanks for answering the question.
Thanks, Alec.
thanks.
No problem. Anytime.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
All right, so I say periods.
Periods.
Yeah.
Period.
What, how many? Okay, so I've been
It's
trying
like
to keep
4
track.
periods to
It was-
2 boners.
Is it 4 to 2?
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause I think
At first, it was like equal.
Mm-hmm. All right, do you have one?
I'm trying to think.
Are you okay?
I know this is usually my game, dude. Let's go Poltergeist.
Gosh, I haven't seen
You've never seen? Okay, well, basically, like, the house is taken over by, like, these crazy fucking ghosts, and, like, their daughter gets sucked into a TV, and you can, like, kind of hear her voice, like, echoing, and they're like, honey, where are you? And, like, they have to enter another realm to go save her.
okay.
And,
Only the OG one is good.
right, yeah, you can only, yeah. But
It's
that's, like,
Stranger Things.
that's, like, the whole, like, they're here. That's, like, what that's from. Is, like, the little girl is, like, friends with these ghosts, and, so, yeah, pulling your child out of, like, another realm in a TV, boners versus Bleedouts.
There's already, like, a lot going on.
Are you the one with either the boner or the bleed out as
Yeah.
you're trying to pull your child out?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like
How big is their dick? That's another thing. Because is that going to really hinder the pulling aspect of the... You know what I mean?
is it going to distract them too much?
You know, yeah. And then, you know, say on the other side, like, are they going to hear the dick going, like... like, trying to get out? That'd be another thing to consider. Or if they get so bloated that they literally cannot fit outside of the TV.
Oh, shit.
And like blow up like a dang balloon. It's like what was her name? What's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh,
Is it Verga? Is that the one that blows up?
No.
It's
no.
the one that chews bubblegum.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her
I
name?
thought it was
No,
Verga
that's...
Salt's the brat.
Yeah. She's the one that goes down the...
Augustus? No, he
No.
goes down the pipe.
And there's Mike TV. It's not him.
It's the other kid.
It's the chewing gum bitch.
Yeah.
Body.
Like, so if you bloated like her and you can't
Like
go out of
you
that
right
TV.
now?
Yeah, me right now. Like, holy
You
God.
look pregnant.
I'm in my first month of my pregnancy. Nasty. So
Violet. It's Violet.
Violet Beauregard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Baudelaire.
No. Incorrect. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, I threw some elements out there, but I don't have a definitive answer.
I don't think a boner would hinder you pulling someone out of a TV.
But it would
don't
also
think
just
so?
be weird. Like,
Yeah.
why is, like, this weird paranormal, like, your child is gone, like, experience turn you on?
Unless it's like the ghosts that are like...
Jacking you on?
Yeah.
I mean,
Whoa! There's ghosts jacking you up.
There's a blowjob ghost in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I feel like what a lot of these come down to is discomfort on the period part or extreme judgment on the boner part.
Yeah, right.
Like, I guess
The boner one would be really weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like a period trail. What if they follow you out of the TV?
I mean, they're demons.
Yeah,
I think
but
they're
they're
gonna
already
follow
gonna
you
follow
anyway.
you, yeah.
And I don't think they're after blood. They just didn't like
They
them.
just want souls.
Yeah. And those ones just wanted them off their property. So
What do you think?
I'm thinking boner.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
Is it
weird.
because of the TV blowing thing?
What?
Is it because
It'd just be weird.
Yeah, all around weird. Like, if you come out with a boner, like, what were you doing in there?
You come out with your period, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. That stings.
Yeah. Yeah, boner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not boner. I mean, we're pretty neck and neck.
Yeah.
Okay. I think.
First. It's definitely
Okay.
first.
I think I wanna. I'll try to make it as specific as possible. So like, call ladies a moment back to your high school days.
Okay.
Those terrible, awful days. Yeah.
I had so much fun in high school. What the fuck?
I
I
had.
had to wear a khaki uniform in high school.
Yeah, that's
I hated high school. So, parent like association night where a mom puts together a Halloween party at her house,
Wow.
bobbing for apples, boners versus bleed out.
All of these are horrible.
I feel like
Think of the elements.
I
you know?
feel
So
like
many elements.
a period would be worse.
What's
Because like if you're not prepared for it, it would
What?
just be really weird. Yeah,
Parent
boner. I feel like you could
So like
hide it.
I'll explain real quick. So like a parent like. So, like, have you had, like, room bombs in a school before where it's, like, there's these group of parents that always volunteer to help with, like, school function things.
Yeah, okay.
So the parents decide to put together a night so that their kids don't go out drinking,
Oh, okay.
basically. But it's really the parent that wants them to drink where they can see them.
I think,
So that was something to consider.
I think you could hide your boner with bobbing for apples because you could just like take
Depending on-
forever and lean over until it's like past.
It depends how long it takes, though.
Are you like holding your breath, or what are you?
Or don't guys like I'm not a dude, but like don't they like flip it up into their waistband?
Yeah, they can hide it.
So
yeah.
like you
Yeah.
could just like
Bend over and like
I don't know, do some maneuvering.
But if you got caught.
Yeah, if somebody's
Yeah.
seeing you from the other side and you're doing like your hands doing a little reach around in front
I
of the
feel
apples,
like you
no one's
could
gonna go
also
get
just
apples.
like concentrate on bobbing for apples, and then maybe it'll go down.
Unless
You
you're
never
aroused
know.
by competition.
Yeah, dicks have their own minds, you know?
Yeah. Or if you like get an apple and you like bring it back up and then you like drop it onto the floor and you have to bend down and that's when you like do the adjusting. I don't know.
Or you like
Interesting.
pull your shirt down. or
Yeah.
something.
Or something like that.
Mhm.
Or if you're wearing costume, I guess.
Now, let's say the costume is gray sweatpants, no underwear.
Oh.
So I
Oh,
mean,
it's worse for the girl for sure.
So both in a girl-guy situation, both of them are wearing gray sweatpants, no
Yeah.
underwear.
You can't tuck it in anywhere, though.
Can't tuck
There's
it
nowhere
in.
to tuck it.
There's
Bleeding
nowhere
everywhere.
to tuck
Even
it,
playing
and
ground.
it's gonna be wet. Like,
Ooh.
Ooh.
I feel like period. Just because that's so uncomfortable.
it's
Yeah.
period because you know it's a period, and the boner you could kind of play off like, oh, I splashed myself with the water from the bobbing for apples.
'Cause I
The
feel
other
like-
the other thing though, I'm gonna vouch for boners a little bit because like I feel like at like this event, there's like all the caring moms that want to be super extra.
That's
so if you
true.
went to them and was like, "Hey, I'm having an issue. Like, do you have a tampon or something?" They'd be like, "Cool to help you." But you can't be like, "Hey, I have a boner."
Like, but in the initial situations, I feel like in the aftermath of it happening is that I'm talking the moment that you bend down, that moment, everybody's watching you bopping them apples.
Okay.
You're the first one to go.
Ooh.
Oh.
Boner, period. You know what I mean?
That moment, period, definitely.
Because then there's that mom that's gonna be like, "Oh, sweetheart," that's gonna help
Right.
you out. But all these dumb high school boys that don't get it,
Yeah.
all these bitchy girls that are gonna be like, I take birth control. I don't have periods. That might be a little hint close to home for me.
Okay, then period in that instance for sure.
You say period?
Yeah.
Wow.
But like the whole event as a whole, I'd
Yeah.
say boner maybe.
Okay, I think we should. So we went around twice.
Okay, yeah.
But let's do one more where we kind of play it like Mad Libs, where we each come up with an aspect of the situation. So
Jeez, okay.
like Mad Lib / improv game. Yes, and.
I love it that you go into that voice.
So Lana, location.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Wow.
Okay. V, we need 2 people involved, or like
Okay.
why are people gathering at Hogwarts? Like, what's the occasion?
The Yule Ball.
Yule Ball.
Nice.
Okay, Hailey. We need a third element. What's gonna make this more complicated? Like, what's gonna make the situation more chaotic? Like something has to happen.
The Dark Lords are attacking.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Boners versus
Definitely
Bleedouts.
period. Definitely period.
Okay, I wish we asked Alec. Can boners hinder you from running?
Oh, I can go on back.
Because this is what I've heard. It's a
I've
really
heard
bad
that
one.
it does hinder
Or like if
running.
you've got blue balls, you're fucked. Like
You got
Is there a difference between having a boner versus a really bad boner? Like,
Yeah.
Is there, yeah?
Yeah.
oh my gosh, yeah, yeah.
Some
Oh,
are really
okay.
painful.
I mean, I don't ask. I should
Because
ask.
I feel like there's like there's like levels.
We have another question.
Okay.
For you.
I thought it was just like,
No, there's levels.
oh, okay.
Okay, you're on speakerphone.
Okay, so
Welcome
Alec,
back.
hi, yeah. Okay, so there's like
Charging you for all this.
there are like variations of a boner, right? There's like lighter boners and then like really intense boners, right? This is correct?
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
Okay, if you have a really intense boner, could it hinder you from running?
Yes.
Like how
how
so?
much?
Like describe it. Is it painful or like
I mean, at least for me, I suppose it's like different for everybody, but like for me personally, like there's some times where I'm just like, I'm just gonna continue to sit down. This is good. I don't want to move. There's been times when I was like in track in high school, and I was like running, and then it got very uncomfortable to run because when you're in like running shorts and everything, things don't really like stay in place. And so to like try and run like around the track with a solid piece of meat, it's It's inconvenient to say the least.
Is that like on a pain regimen, or is that just like a
Uncomfortable.
Is that like a embarrassment? Because
Okay,
basically this is like a life or death situation. So we're comparing if you were cramping versus if you had a really intense boner, like if that would hinder your ability to like run away or fight or whatever.
Oh, wait, quick. So I just want to clarify for listeners, you said solid piece of meat, correct?
Piece of meat.
Okay, sorry, continue.
So basically, is it painful? Like, would it be painful to run?
I feel like a very, very intense one, perhaps, but like I don't think it would hinder you. I'm pretty sure once the adrenaline hit, you wouldn't give a shit.
Right. Okay.
Would you run faster? You have 3 legs
You
now.
can keep it like in place. Like it won't be that bad. So like most clothing keeps it in place, at least in my experience, and you won't have as much of an issue. It's like when you're in running shorts, where your underwear is loose, the shorts are loose, and things just kind of flop around.
So
That's what
they'd
it's
be
like.
in tuxes. So, you know, it'd be tight.
What'd you say?
They'd be in tuxes in the situation we're discussing.
You
So
can't run in tuxes.
What situation?
You'll find out when you listen to the episode.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Any other questions for him?
Any other questions while I'm on the line?
So many questions.
Can you?
about boners.
okay, no, ask.
We got a real life one. We have an expert.
Like, I guess I don't even know how to like. I didn't know there was like different stages of a boner. So like, what defines a different stage of a boner?
What's level 1 versus the boss battle? You know.
Using the word stage, I don't know. Like just like at least for me personally, sometimes like boners just feel different. Like I don't know.
Okay.
What?
They're like a flower.
It's like hard to describe because like we're using examples
Yeah.
and it's just like a bodily function. Like
Right.
Oh.
I don't know. Do all periods fall into certain categories?
No.
Or is it just kind of like every single one is just like its own version of like annoyance and torment?
Mine progressively keep getting worse, so
Mine get better. Sorry.
I think it just depends on the woman, I guess.
But I guess it's like when you're like having cramps, like you can kind of relate. You're like, okay,
Right.
Yeah. So it's like when you say like, oh, I'm having a boner.
Well, like,
you'd be
okay,
like,
I guess there's a difference between like a standard boner and like blue balls. They're like a different, right, Alec? Or are they kind of the same?
I would say there's a different feeling.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. That would be more
I
painful.
don't know. I feel like there's like just a boner, and then there's like a boner that's like very actively like vigorously and like furiously throbbing. Those are very different feelings.
Like the veins on the side of it are just gone.
Ready to
Like,
go.
the latter.
what?
Blue balls would be the latter, where it's like vigorously,
Yeah.
like kind of like throbbing and like painful.
Right.
Interesting.
Now, could you theoretically, asking from a few questions ago, could you hang bells from your flaccid dick, and then when it got hard, the bells rang?
I would say that there would be a distinct chance of that working. I mean, you can hang stuff from it. It's definitely going to grow. I mean, as long as there's like I believe there's like a tendon there along the part, like the upper part, like where the penis connects to the body, that actually causes the penis to like when it becomes erect. It actually, the word erect, it goes up towards your. I mean, like skyward, I guess, if you're singing.
Right.
But there are people who don't have that tendon, or have basically
What?
in a sexual version of yoga have like bent the tendon so that it
What?
doesn't do that. In that case, the bell probably would not ring because it wouldn't necessarily go up.
What?
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I didn't
There are people whose penis does not necessarily go straight up. It will just kind of like get hard and will elongate, but won't necessarily be in any particular direction.
But why would you want that?
It's not necessarily a want. Some people just don't have it. Some people have, I guess we'll use the term broken it.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Ouch.
Because I'm also familiar, you know, there's like also the towel trick. Like I'm familiar with that. So like you can hang a towel. I know that. Y'all know the towel
Can
trick?
you do that?
Yeah, you get. Well, if it's like not like a towel. But
Okay, I was like,
like
whoa.
there's like a cloth where you could like.
I mean, you could, but it would be painful. Like, I don't know, hanging anything on that, like, making it go anywhere but beside, like, what would that be, like 90 degrees? I feel like that gets really painful.
Wow.
90 degrees is really pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
How about 360?
I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much.
Let's go with no.
So not like a full circle. So not like Atari joystick.
It is not an Atari joystick does not go 360. The Atari joystick you're using, but most of
It does.
go like 15 degrees in one direction or another.
No, bitch, I'm talking like the literal gaming console. You just get your mind out of the gutter. I'm
I know
asking
what
quick.
you're talking about. I know what an Atari is. I know you can't turn the Atari upside down. It goes like forward 15 degrees, back 15 degrees. It don't do no 90 degrees.
Well, if you
know
threw
what
the
Atari
Atari joystick
you're
up in the
using.
air, it would go 360.
You just
So
throwing men
if you
around.
threw a dick up in the air,
For sure.
Oh, God.
I think those are all my questions.
Do you have any questions,
Yeah,
V?
no.
Are you curious about the variations between a light boner and blue balls?
That was our dick minute.
Yeah.
I think Alec should host a new segment. And this has been the Dick Minute.
It needs to have an alliteration. So like, yeah, it needs to be either someone with a P or someone with a D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the cock corner, where we we're answering all your cock-related questions. It's like a help desk, and someone comes up. Hi. Do you take returns and exchanges? No. We don't.
For emergencies, dial 911. Okay.
You're on cock corner.
Thanks, Alec.
Of course. Let me know if you have anything else.
We will. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, have fun.
All right, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Love you.
Oh my god.
All right, so we need to decide definitively on this Hogwarts one. We spent so much time talking about dick.
It's period. I think it's period. Mostly on the stance of cramps. Unless you're getting down with someone and you have blue balls, then maybe it'll be an issue.
Yeah,
But-
I still say I would say periods.
Yeah.
Period. Not
Yeah.
to mention if you're in a dress, like
Yeah, you're fucked.
you
And
would
heels?
you
Yeah,
would
you're
just have
fucked.
to rip off,
Yeah.
rip the dress, cut a
Yeah.
slit, take off the heels, and run for it.
And again, the blood trail. They gonna find you.
Do you think wizards, or not wizards, but witches have like a special spell that helps them with their period though?
Oh,
It's like a magic like cup. Oh.
Ooh.
that's amazing.
A magic tampon that never gets full.
Yeah.
Wow. Cause yeah, like they have the infinity bags. So like
Yeah.
An infinity diva cup.
exactly.
Yo.
Infinity Diva cup. Wow.
And then I'm sure they have some ailment for
Let's call
cramps
up
and
JK
stuff.
Rowling.
Yeah.
As a sister, I got some questions.
At JK Rowling.
I'll add her in
Witches
this
have
episode.
better periods than muggles.
Absolutely. You know they do. You know they do.
So yeah, periods.
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 Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know, and that's a good way to end a period show. Is on the note of periods are always probably gonna suck most of the time.
Most of the time. Yeah.
I guess we had our final thoughts were covered in our cock corner minute. But did you guys have any social media you guys want to plug or anything real quick? Anything y'all up to that we should look forward to as listeners?
I don't think so.
Tampon Talk is now found everywhere where podcasts can be found.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, y'all
That's
are
so
cute.
cool.
I'm subscribed to Tampon Talk on like 5 platforms.
You're the best. Yeah, y'all. Update. So I'm on Spotify, Player FM. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on iTunes. I'm on your Android apps, on your Samsung apps. I'm on your Aperture, your abdomen. You what?
iTunes.
I'm on iTunes. You know, so hit me up on any of those. You guys can also plug your grams, whatever.
Yeah. Instagram. Hailey Lioness. One word. Do it.
There you go.
Gypsy Florence.
There you go. What?
No.
All right.
Nah.
I guess don't follow Lana.
Follow me, HAILEY, Lion.
If you really want to stalk me, I'm probably tagged in some of Hailey's
That's
photos.
true.
Yeah. And then you, Tampon Talk listener, follow all of our media on Facebook, Tampon Talk with Mary. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Tampon Talk W Mary on both of those. Email me your tampon inquiries if you have some thoughts on any of the situations we brought up. Email us, tampontalkwithmary@gmail.com.
Do you want to plug the actor episode? Maybe they have questions.
Oh, good idea. Yeah. So the great thing coming up is that two of the three of you, sorry, Lana, is that I have had the great fortune and blessing to act alongside this beautiful acting family for over 3 years now. Or just about 3 years now. And we're getting ready to do an actor episode. We're going to probably do something similar, but Boners versus Bleedout episode. So any questions you have for actors or movies or whatever, or situations that you think would be really great to bring up in a Boner versus Bleedout section under an acting umbrella, is that you should hashtag Tampon Talk Tuesdays at Tampon Talk W Mary with your Boner versus Bleedout situations. That would be dope. or if you maybe don't have social media and you live in Iraq because you're afraid of the apocalypse, how about email? tampontalkwithmary@gmail.com. Email me and I will answer because I love you.
Aww.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for being on. This is really
Yeah,
fun.
thanks for having us. I can't believe an hour went by.
I know.
So fast.
Very long
Talking
episode.
about dicks.
But yeah, and then you can look forward to these guys again pretty soon. So that'll be a lot of fun. And if you get boners, use them wisely and with consent. That's
Correct.
what I have to say on the matter. If you get periods, keep on bleeding. You got this. It's gonna be okay. I got a TENS unit on my uterus right now. If I can do it, you can do it. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. Happy Halloween. Get a DD. And again, consent is important. Make sure you get it in my Me Too America. Thank you. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time on Tampa Talk with Mary.
Bye.
Bye.